coming up.
Okay, I think we should be good. Oh shit. Hey Poseidon, hey King Crab. Welcome to H1-Tek Talk Shows. I'm your host, H1-Tek Marcus, and today we have another special guest. They are known for they're known for a lot of things, like their VR chat content, maybe their comic series. But I'll just bring them in, let them introduce themselves.
Hello. How's this working?
It's organized. Hello, CrystalFoxxie.
Hello. I should have set a profile picture. Dang.
You still can. You still can.
Ooh, how? Settings. I'm only seeing camera and audio settings. Oh.
Hold up. Let me see. I think you have to like with the three dots. Wait. Or do you have that? Quite the conundrum there.
I found.
How do I?
Just looking for which one to use. Should I use the one for the server or just like any little
Whatever you feel like using. Whatever you feel like using.
Oh, okay, bet. Well, I'm CrystalFoxxie. Lovely to meet everybody.
Right. So how are you doing today?
I think I'm doing okay. I kind of slept until just before we were supposed to do this. I woke up. I looked at my time. I'm like, oh, fuck!
Yeah. Like sleep is good, you know. But that was weird. But yeah, I get it.
Sleepy bee the eepy.
Sleepy bee, yeah. But so do you mind telling the audience what do you do on your hey Milo's in chat. Hey Milo.
So what do I do with let's see, we talking videos, we talking comics, voice acting.
Well, you literally just listed it yourself, so I might as well do all three.
Okay. What did I just list again? I forget. No, I'm kidding.
I
did forget.
All right.
Well, let's see. Are you looking for where it all started, I guess?
Yeah, you can tell us where how did it all start? That's a question.
Well, voice acting started when I was in middle school because we weren't allowed to have our phones on the campus. At least we weren't allowed to be seen with them. So we would all watch YouTubers at night, and then we would try to mimic the YouTubers' phrases and what they said that would make us laugh the most. And whoever got it the closest would kind of get the little, the brownie points, the bragging rights. And someone would take their phone into the bathroom to check and see who got it the closest. So that's mimicry, I'd say, is where I first picked up any semblance of voice acting. And as far as drawing goes, I was taught how to draw ponies by someone who was a really good friend of mine back in middle school. They aren't a she, her anymore. They are, I think, a he, him, but I forget the name that he gave me. So I'm not gonna say the dead name because I don't know their new name, but I also don't want to like dead name them or anything. So like, I was just taught by the homie how to do the drawings and how to set the joints and stuff, and then I used to make Invader Zim comics. I'll be
Invader, good series. Invader Zim is.
oh very. My stuff was all on paper though, never shared to the world. Kind of stupid.
Ah, would have been good though. Like, I don't. I think it would have been good though, because like considering that Invader Zim, it's actually I wouldn't say it's easy to replicate, but it's not really difficult either.
Oh yeah,
It's
no.
got that.
Like if you're looking at the original style, I can't speak for Enter the Florpus because everything there is more rounded out. But if you're talking the original style, oh yeah, everybody's heads are just blocks. They're all just square.
Just like big bobbleheads.
Yeah, pretty much. Especially Dib. Dib is a bean. Dib is one of my favorites.
Yeah, Gur is one of my favorites. I mean, I'm gonna sound basic, but yeah, like Gur is got to be one of my favorites. Also, hi Gambit.
Hi, Gambit. Speaking of Gur, let's see. How do I share this without sharing how much of a shower I need? Oh no, that's me. Turn around. How do I turn it around? I can't turn it around. That's unfortunate. Have a Gur.
Hey, Gur plushie.
I
Speaking
love
of plushie,
Oh, there we go.
I'm trying not to show my face, even though people see my face. Nice.
And if you zip
Oh shit.
up under here,
This has now become an interview with Kane and Gur. Why am I here now? I don't know.
yeah, I'm just
This
trying to.
isn't canon. Although many of us wish it was, probably.
Here we go. So
Oh, that's actually pretty cool. Like you can just take the hood off.
yeah, and his mouth has a little zipper too, so you can take his tongue out. Oh, nice, Kane.
Crap. I was gonna say something, but I don't know what to say. God damn it, VA block.
He helps a little tongue.
I have a tongue too. I can't move it though. Attached to this felt body. Also, again, the Kane plushie is like way bigger than I expected in the day. Or not really big. It's more like wide. Like
It's the official merch.
yes, the official one. It's like
Nice.
hold up, holding it like in the palm of my hand. Look how. Hold still, Kane. Anyways, yeah. Anyways, that was a little plushie review. That wasn't part of the stream, but screw it. Why not?
Yeah, me have ADHD. Me grab plushie at mention of Gur.
I grabbed Kane plushie as mention of plushie. I'm having a goddamn stroke right now. Anyways, what were we talking? Oh yeah. Like what you do. That's what we're gonna try to get back on topic. Try to like stop ADHD.
Yeah, also, if you want to not trip over your tongue so much, try making a Z noise with your tongue until your tongue feels kind of tingly. Making the Z noise creates vibrations in your tongue that will loosen it up in the muscle so you don't trip over it so much. Just like, zip, like just.
I sound like a vibrating phone. Someone's trying to constantly call me, but I don't pick up the goddamn phone because I'm asleep.
No, you don't understand. We're cosplaying the bees.
You're right. We're cosplaying bees right now. You got to understand. I can't pick up the phone right now. God damn it! ADHD's back.
I'm sorry.
It's all right. It's all right. As someone that has ADHD too, I understand.
But yeah, so I guess I kind of really got into creating things when I first started interacting with mid-fight masses, because before that it was mostly OCs and stuff, so people didn't really know about me. They just knew that I had OCs for various fandoms, like the Carmen Sandiego reboot,
Uh, I watch that.
Universe OC known as Cinnabar. There's a few different OCs that I have to fucking go through. Tangled the series, I made them like a royal stable hand named Miss Sheldrake because I fucking love Cosmo Sheldrake. Sorry, I like Cosmo Sheldrake a lot. So he makes an appearance in
Ah.
the fan written version of Sarvin Roof's childhood story, which I kind of gave a more cinematic feel. Like Mid-Fight Masses, Sarvin Roof, their stories are, I'm be real with you, it's not enough. I'm sorry, but you can't have a demon leave in hell and then just wander the earth with no one to interact with. And then suddenly she gets along perfectly fine with a child who's been traumatized. And then suddenly she has the good in her heart to help everybody. Like she dipped out of hell. She wandered the earth for a while. She was completely immortal, which adds zero tension. And then she just kind of gives Rue till he stops being mean. I'm sorry, honey, but that's not therapy. That's MMA. So I kind of rewrote them and I started giving them their own lore for my own style. And then I guess that's when I started getting attention. People think
Yeah,
that
because
I kind of
yeah, I think big Midnight Masses was a big thing back then. Like, I think that's actually how I met you. I was just scrolling through TikTok and I saw one of your um SAR videos, and I was like, oh, this person's actually pretty cool. And then that brings us to kind of now right now. God damn it.
you're so quiet. Why are you so quiet?
I don't know. Um, yep. All right, so do I sound better now? Do I have
It's
to?
like I'm not on speaker mode. What the heck?
Is my are my headphones being fucky? Give me a sec.
Uh,
Headphones, I'm gonna need you to stop being fucky, please.
Oh, I fixed it. The audio decided to switch up on me. It went to regular mode when I needed it to be speaker mode. I don't know why I did that. Understandable. But yeah,
Was
that's
me.
kind of where. Huh?
All I said was this weird. What are you saying?
It was weird, but yeah. I guess that's where everything kind of blew up and burst off, and it's why my character was a stick person before she got turned into a fox, because that's where I found like the biggest roots that I had for any kind of content creation. Um, because if you look at the channel's banner, you'll see the artwork that kind of shows her getting turned into a fox by Mommy Mirist, and that doesn't really change because I don't want to forget like where I came from. Like the fandom is rabid, and relatively savage, and kind of scares me, and it makes me wonder why is every scandal got to be disrespecting age ranges? Why y'all on some funky shit? But I will admit it's where I found my footing, so I can't really like just forget it. That's it's there.
Fair
Oh
enough.
yeah,
There.
and then I moved on with Deltarune. It's really difficult to stay on one thing. I was gonna completely flesh out Sarv and Ruve in their own comic and stuff, but um, there was someone that I knew named Mystery Musician who kept trying to nudge me towards other things. For one, being Demon Slayer, he literally gaslit me out of knowing that I told him no, and made me try to believe that I was actually saying yes to watching it. But I was like repeatedly, dude, I'm working on something. You can't introduce me to new stuff because if I hyper focus on that, then I'm gonna abandon everything that I've been working on. And he just kind of didn't want to listen. So, my brain kind of got rocked around, and then I
Right.
found and then I landed
Yeah.
on Deltarune because it was just such a pain to try to continue going after something like that. Just shook me up that bad.
Yeah,
So
I would admit, Demon Slayer is a good series, but like if you're trying to like push that on someone, like you constantly told them you were working on something else, which but like doing all that, yeah, that's no, don't do that.
oh yeah, I explained it to him. Like he knew full well that my ability to create is pretty well hindered on my hyper focus and how much muse I have for something at that time. So if I tell someone, sorry, homie, can't look into this right now, it's not that I don't want to. It's cool. I respect people's opinions on things and I love seeing what they find favorable. But if it's got a really deep lore that I feel like I'm going to get hooked on in a hyper focused way, I might have to say no. And it's like no insult or anything. It's just, sorry, bro, I'm already working on stuff.
Yeah, it's understandable. There.
But yeah, then I moved on with Deltarune, and that was pretty funny of an experience because I made the ship between Task Manager and Swatch. I wasn't the first one, obviously, but everybody that saw the ship that I started drawing like fan art of, they were like, "Oh, this is a crack ship," and I'm like, "What? Did y'all misunderstand the word crack ship? Did y'all forget what crack ship truly means? Because this ain't it. She literally is in the same game, working up the hall from him. They know each other. This isn't a
True.
crack ship."
True. Honestly, what the first time seeing Swatch X Tax Editor, I thought I saw it from you, so I assumed you started it, but apparently it wasn't. So that's a surprise to me.
I mean, I might have given it the massive push that made it a bigger ship, but I'm definitely not the first one that drew it. I did inspire other artists who have said that they did take inspiration for the ship from me. I think, for instance,
Uh,
let me
was
see.
was it Milo? Actually, no, I don't know. It was Milo. Probably not Milo. So I'm not trying to call out Milo if they are still in a stream. If they are, then I don't know. Shit! He's still in the stream. Hi, Milo. All right. Wait.
The comic where they met each other first, just to kind of introduce, like, hey, they should know each other. Maybe they should be a ship. And it was like a whole thing. Like, first, I wanted to do them interacting with each other. Then I wanted to make Season's greetings, and I listened to what's it? It was it's so good. Coco Hooves. Yeah, I heard Coco Hooves, and I'll be honest, that animatic was supposed to be longer. It wasn't just supposed to be with her leaving. It was also supposed to be, uh, you trick down that worry man, need your style. And it like would continue. And on the second chorus that like actually fully broke out, he would have like gone to her training room, seen her do these absolutely spectacular flips, and then decide, yeah, I can't approach this woman. And he just ends up back outside, like just fucking hands on his knees, like yeah. Because she just like it would have been intimidating, but then I don't think I could have drawn all that. I'll be honest.
Fair enough. I'm still getting into digital art, so like anatomy is hard unless you know
Oh,
what you're doing.
oh yeah, that's why I try to recommend people to do the 100 stick people challenge. So it's like you draw 100 stick figures in just stick figures. You practice your poses, you practice your balancing, you can practice like your proportions a little bit there, but you're just getting a basic grasp on, that kind of thing. And because it's so simplistic, it's like picking up the smallest dumbbell, because art, drawing, that's all dependent on muscle memory. Getting that pen placed exactly where you want it and getting the lines to go exactly how you want it, that's all muscle memory based. So my recommendation is simple shapes, very simplistic designs. Go from stick figures to like boxy stick figures. Think mid-fight masses or country human. And you just kind of work your way up from there. You start using circles for the joints. You start using rectangles for the arms and the legs and everything in between. But it's like you're working from the smallest dumbbell to the biggest dumbbell, so you don't expect
Oh.
too much from your style, and you're not disappointed when it doesn't look exactly what you wanted in your head, because you're just aiming for stick figures. So even if you end up a little bit off, you're still going to be close enough to what you want that your brain's going to be like, hey, yo, progress, let's keep going, rather than looking at it and going, wow, this kind of sucks. Maybe I should not
Yeah,
for a while.
this kind of looks like shit. But I don't want this.
Yeah, it makes it kind of discouraging for people. But if you're working with really simplistic stuff that you're pretty sure you can get down, then that'll definitely help your brain understand that you are improving. Which I have to say, please don't compare your art to somebody else's. The only art that your art should be compared to is your old art.
Yeah, I think I also tried doing like the 100 stick figure challenge, but I took it the wrong way. I thought you meant like draw 100 stick figures, and I did that. But like I'll probably retry that. But like you mean like a bunch of different poses and maybe yeah, actually yeah, probably get behind that.
Hmm. Man, I'd love to be an art teacher. I just don't know how I would go about something like that. There's a lot of things that I want to do. I want to be an art teacher. I want to open a daycare on VR chat, which, look, you can give me the weird looking leery eye type deal, but I'm one of the adults that believes that if the good adults aren't there to keep an eye on the minors, then that only leaves the minors in the hands of bad adults.
Fair enough, considering like um, you know how the internet is these
Oh yeah,
days.
100%.
Like yeah, people would rather have like a freaking iPad teach a child instead of teaching them yourself.
I know. Like, I would prefer kids not use the headset because, again, damages your eyes. It's a lot of blue light in your head. It's just not super great for kids who are super young. But we still find 6-year-olds. We still find 7-year-olds. We still find extremely, extremely young children on VR chat, and there's not a lot that we can do about it aside from keep an eye on them. So what I'd like to do is I'd like to set up a Facebook group that is around the VR chat daycare, have a stream set up so that the parents can always come in and check, and any adults that are helping me with it have to be streaming because I do not fuck with daycares that let in accidental creeps. I don't best with that. I don't play with them. I don't like people who like that type of thing. So they have to be
Yeah.
streaming. There has to be, like, if it's more than me watching them, they have to be showing what they're doing and what they're talking about and what they're doing with these kids. Like, I want it to be completely open, just stream, let the parents check in on them whenever they want. Let the parents be like, hey, I think that's enough time on VR. Can you ask them to get off? And then, it's like we keep an eye on them taking breaks, them getting water, them getting food, them not burning their eyes out. Um, I want to make it safer and I want to make it nicer. But every time I bring up opening up a daycare, everybody's like, well, there's a lot of things that could happen. I'm trying to be precautious about that, man. I'm trying to I'm trying to keep
Yeah,
everything on the upper basis so that everybody knows what's going on. You know what I mean?
yeah, I know I know what you're trying to say. Like try to like make sure that like it's safe. You can't always be 100% secure, but like you can always try. That's like
Yeah,
that's kind of how life is. It's
yeah,
always going to be something that could happen.
yeah.
But
There's always going to be like the idea of a VR chat daycare. That is way too enticing to people with creepy intentions. So I have to be really careful about who I pick when it comes to actually running something like this alongside me because I can't be the only one moderating it. But I would prefer someone like the dad or the mom or the aunt or the adult cousin, someone like a family friend that the family trusts and knows and they're cleared and everything. But again, streams 100%. Always stream. Do not show even for a second that there is not an eye on you. Like there has to be because again, when it comes to creeps like that, I got banned from the Roblox server because there was somebody in there trying to get kids to look stuff up that they shouldn't be looking stuff up. You know what got me
what?
banned?
What?
I got so mad that I cussed them out, and yeah, no, they were trying to play it off like, oh man, I just wanted to know what it was. You have the internet in your pocket, dumbass. I don't trust you. You could have looked that up yourself.
Yeah, the internet's getting like more becoming a more scary place by a minute. Not even by a minute, by a millisecond.
But yeah, I got banned for cussing out a pedo. But yeah, no, the internet is absolutely terrifying. And I wish that there were more safe spaces for kids that were being watched over by responsible adults who have good contact with the parents. Because I think that's a big part of it. Because it can be really scary. Like, I have a strong maternal instinct and a very strong, like, imagination. So I can legitimately imagine being terrified of all the things that could happen to a hypothetical child of mine on VR chat. So, it's one of those things where it's like, if I would want this as a mom, maybe other moms want this.
Never really thought about it like that. Hmm. The thing. Oh, okay. I have a kind of like a different theory of it. Like don't get me wrong. Like I like doing like the content of what I'm doing right now, or like stuff I plan to do. But like considering that Twitter exists, and so like people are getting canceled for. I mean, most of the cancellation for certain people are deserved, but like then there's like the faulty cancellation. So what if I get blamed for something that like obviously I don't want it to be blamed for? I'm just like, oh shit, people think I'm. People think I like. I'm trying to think of something. Oh shit, people think I did a hate crime.
Oh, that's something that I think needs to be cleared up. Things that you did as a teenager or years ago should not really be held against you. If it's something that you didn't apologize for or something that needs an apology, then yeah, just be like, yeah, I fucked up. That was stupid. I shouldn't do that again. Please bonk me if I do it again. Just firmly address it, take responsibility, own your shit, and then, move on with your life. But something that was like in my teenage years, I don't think is fair to hold against me because I was a stupid, stupid teenager. And a lot of other people were
Same.
stupid, stupid teenagers. So yeah, I really don't agree with cancel culture dragging stuff up from like 15 years ago and being like, they're a terrible person. That was them a long time ago. They're not even close to that person anymore. Like you're a new person every single year.
Yeah. Also, apparently King Krabs agreed with the idea of the VR chat daycare.
Right.
I think I accidentally did the thing, but I wasn't supposed to. Like I was. Ah, damn it.
Well,
So more on like so you explained like your VA story on the crap. Shit. Oh yeah, comics and art in general. So can you tell us about the whole Deltarune plan you have, like the story without spoilers or anything? You just tell us what you want to tell us. You don't have to explain, everything.
ooh, are you asking about corrupted code?
Yes.
Okay. So, to give you like a summary, the You Are an Idiot Trojan Horse and the I Love You virus infiltrate the base code and make everything glitch. Even Queen herself can't even hold her head up long enough for a conversation about the topic, and it's mostly gotten through just like slurred words. So Swatch
Oh.
decides that well, actually, I write Swatch as they them in the comic because, I mean, not comic, the fan fiction, because at the time when I first started writing it, the only indicators for gender that we had were in the Japanese translations. And in the Japanese translations, Swatch uses a self identifier that is gender neutral. So everybody just kind of figured they were NB or, gender fluid or something. As of recent, there was a Spamton Q&A, and Spamton referred to Swatch as him. And I am going to be honest, I don't fully know if that's their gender because, I mean, Spamton hates Swatch, really hates Swatch. So you can imagine Swatch
He doesn't respect their
misgendering them.
pronouns. Like Spamton's not the guy. Like Spamton hates Swatch, so they don't respect Swatch's pronouns.
Yeah, that's how I kind of feel like that might be going down. So I still write them as they them there. Sorry if I accidentally say he. It's the
It's
internet
all
kind of
right. It's all right. I'd probably do the same thing.
Yeah. But Swatch, Task Manager, and Spamton all have to go through these puzzle tunnels to get to the base code, and pretty much all the tunnels are pretty well messed up, but they have to get to the base code, handle Illy and Yai, and get everything back to normal, which kind of sounds impossible because the I Love You virus and the Trojan horse are pretty much impossible to take down. Like, the only way that I can actually fathom handling something like this is creating little workarounds that will actually get them defeated, which are not realistic at all because those two viruses, not two viruses, the virus and Trojan horse, Illy is just complete destruction. The I Love You virus was an absolute massive destroyer when it comes to viruses that were really messing people up. And the You Are an Idiot Trojan, well, that was just a self-invited crash, honestly. You know what you're getting into, you know what you've downloaded, you know that it's going to fuck up your computer. It's calling you an idiot for downloading it. So you know that you've basically screwed yourself when you get it. And it's like impossible to take down. You delete one, you get 6 more. I will share the only little teeny spoiler that could be here, which doesn't really impact the story much. The reason that Illy and Yai are there is because the classmates all have to do a research project, like a paper. And Susie was like, you know what? I heard that there's some viruses going around, and if some school computers are messed up by them, then that essay is usually an A plus because of how big the viruses are. So Susie just literally goes and downloads them on purpose.
I was gonna say something. I was gonna be like theory. Rules card started the thing, but no, it was Susie.
She just didn't
Why
want to
would-
do homework.
My theory was rules card did it because I don't know. Rules card doesn't like Swatch. At least I don't think they do. Is that implying?
Rules card tried to take over, I think, because Rules has that ego about him, and Swatch was just like, yeah, no. And as mentioned, Rules did steal some flowers from the arrangements in an attempt to try to flirt with Queen, but then they flirted with Tassie, and Tassie was just like, "Aight, bitch." Zip.
Jesus.
So, and this is all set before Spamton betrayed any of them. This is like the first chapter. Spamton literally shows up and is like, "So, when's orientation?"
So when Spamton wasn't living in a dumpster.
Yeah, he was still a big shot. He had just shown up, and honestly, I need to. Before I go on with the final battle, I need to get Spamton properly explained because I have a fair number of songs that I listen to that I imagine characters working along with. Like, for instance, Polyphia's The Worst That's what I want to use. If I could animate, I would make the final battle be Polyphia's the worst. Llamas with hats is back. I need to look at that later. I will look at that. Thank you for telling me. And then there's AJR's I Won't, which I have kind of dedicated to Spamton's Rising Up story. Because it's like, in the beginning, as it's like, put your hands because I won't. As it's like lowering down into the city, it just kind of goes by all these ads that are on the wall that kind of share off, like, who it was made by, what the song is, and stuff like that, what it's about. And then there's like a bell sort of in the song. Like it almost sounds like a timer, like a timer bell as it wakes him up. He sits up. He gets himself dressed up, and it's like he goes out to work, and at the chorus it's like, put your hands up because I won't. I'm not here because you say so. Oh. And it's like he's struggling to put out ads because he's small, so he has trouble putting out actual proper ads. And it's just the entire first part of the song, the Addisons are putting out ads flawlessly. He's struggling, and he's struggling to keep a crowd. And then let's see, where is it?
Llamas and hats are back. Wait, they made a new episode of Llamas. I need to watch the Llamas with hats. Like I've heard of it. I've seen some of the memes, but like I didn't know they made a new episode. Like how many episodes do they have? Like wait.
Let's see. Hello, how you doing? Am I talking too fast? I'm running on adrenaline and 1 hour naps. 'Cause I do what you tell me to and do it to death. Do it to death. Oh well. Acapella, Tel Aviv, and maybe Japan. Pretty people yell at me to follow the dance. So I do what you tell me to and do it to death. But I can't do the shit again. And then that chorus, he struggles with the job and everything. Put your hands up 'cause I won't, right on time. I'm not here 'cause you say so, my oh my. Get your ass up 'cause I won't. I must have missed the hype. Maybe that's the way I feel. And then it's like he goes home, he goes to bed, and then he wakes up again. He looks in the mirror, and it's like, I don't got a body like I see in the press. It switches over to an Addison who's really successful, and he's wearing a fancy suit. And so I got to the precipice of pressing my chest, and now I look impressed with a couple of pecs, just like my friends. And over those lines, it's like he has his suit in the bathtub with some red dye. He has his head in the sink with some black dye. And now I look impressive with a couple of pecs, just like my friends. He looks up in the mirror, and he's got his big shot appearance, because before that, he just had his regular white suit and white hair. So welcome back and take a breath. You come to life, you're bored to death. So welcome back. And in that point, it's like you can hear the drums, and it's a very intense moment. But he walks out of his apartment, he spots the phone, he goes up to it, he picks up the headset, and then you come to life, but I digress. It shows a split shot of all the cords of the phone just wrapped around his neck. And it kind of fades to black. But then put your hands up 'cause I won't to the next chorus. He puts his hands up. His eyes are glowing green now. And he's making multiple ads. He's just freaking the other Addisons out. He is getting big crowds. And that's the entire... Yeah, and then with the secondary So Welcome Back and Take a Breath set of lyrics, it's like you see him in bed, or you see him sitting, like him in the middle of the frame is what's going to stay the same. The background changes around him. It changes from him, working out of his little room and everything. And then you get an upgrade to that bedroom. You get better, nicer things, bigger things. It goes from him working outside to him being in a nice office. And over the song, he kind of notices that the Addisons don't want to hang out with him. They're going to the club and the bar after work by themselves. They're leaving him out of it. And, it just kind of feels like he's at the top, but it's lonely. And then finally at his desk, he gets a note from Queen, not a note, but like a full letter being like, hey, you're chill. You should come work for me. So that's kind of where that leads to. And the song ends with him going to work for them. And then that's where Corrupted Code picks up. But none of this is it's like a flashback. He's telling them about how his life went and how he came to be where he is.
Yeah. Fair enough. So, so that's basically Corrupted Code for us.
Yeah, I think that's as much as I can explain without, giving too much away. I saw the characters and I was like, hey, y'all want to be a fucking movie?
No. Too bad.
Too bad.
Yeah. So, out of every character you've made for Corrupted Code, for story wise, who's your favorite? Well written character at least.
The most well rooted OC that I have that I've imported.
OC or character that you're already exists for the story wise. What'll have to be your favorite?
Oh well, Task Manager is pretty obvious because I gave her probably one of the most in-depth backgrounds for this universe. But if you're talking OCs particularly, I'm torn between Kingpin Interest and Firefox because Kingpin Interest is just this big, bulky kingpin who is the embodiment of Pinterest. He's a big porcupine guy who pulls his own quills out to pin pictures. So it makes it really funny just to see this big, bulky kingpin who looks like he could snap you in half just get excited over a little penguin picture and then pin it to the wall with one of his quills. And then Firefox, Dixie Boops actually gave some designs for both of these. They gave, just last night, I believe, Kingpin Interest his design. But before that, Dixie did draw Firefox. And Firefox is just as you'd expect, a fox made of flame who sits on top of a crystal ball that looks like the Earth. She acts like a shaman because she kind of knows a lot. She knows a lot about the area. And even when everything is messed up, she still has a lot of information. So that's why she's one of the first ones that they go to for trying to get into the tunnels.
All right. So that's a lot of stuff. You got everything planned out, huh? There's me over here.
Yeah, I'm kind of struggling with how to continue with the information because I'm trying not to spoil things. I'm just kind of stuck on a part. I need to introduce Spammy's backstory somehow and then work it towards the final battle.
Got it.
Unless I reserved that for the aftermath stories, because it's not just Corrupted Code. I do want to kind of write out all the events leading up to Spamton's betrayal, because we know what happens after that. But this is just kind of set before that. So after I finish Corrupted Code, it's going to have a lot of little stories that, aftermath stories that will kind of get them to be friends with each other, and it'll lead up to Spamton's betrayal, him falling in the acid after stealing the suit, and I'm trying to work my way up to there, so it's like a consistent timeline.
Fair enough. So just all that, and he just falls in the acid and goes cuckoo bananas.
Yeah, I will admit I have been kind of losing my mind over this.
Ironically,
Alright.
Spamston's not the only one losing their minds.
Yeah, pretty much. Let's see.
All right, here's another question. So, like, out of like all the characters like you voiced on VR chat, which one character did you enjoy the most?
Probably Sarvante, if I'm honest, because Sarvante, I just give her a very gentle and melodic voice, and people seem to like it.
Yeah, actually, yeah, I can see why. Because maybe it's the accent too, perhaps. I don't know. But hey, I was around. I was around the time you were doing Sarvente related videos, so
I
yeah,
gotcha.
voice act, voice acting stuff in general is really fun to do. Do you plan to do more stuff with like B and the freaking the thing I just started out of a limb? That was actually one of my most viewed videos. Still, I'm not sure why it just is, but like you still plan to do you plan to do stuff with like B and the freaking Cat Alistair that you had Mammon take care of because
Yeah, I'm not sure what else to do with it, because I looked at the cat and I'm just like, I could totally recreate that, Wilfred Warrior
recreate
type
the meme
thing.
with that. And I actually saw the original meme and that was pretty hilarious. But like I saw that and I thought, I could probably do my own thing. And I just had the cat be there, and somehow you just brought like Chibi Adam there.
Yeah, there is a Wilfred Warrior part, like 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I could look through there and see if there are any others that I could revoice. It's like Mammon sends the cat back, because like in the Wilfred Warrior series, the cat comes back, and
Like
then the
the cat
cat is
always comes
in.
back. I told you to pay me about $500 for that to keep that cat.
You pretty much. But like it just gets funnier and funnier, because it's like the cat comes back, and then in Wilfred Warrior, I think 3 or 4 or something, it's in their house, and he's like
It's
freaked
literally
out.
no. I think I've seen I don't know how many parts of Wolf Warrior there is, but I have seen all of them and may rewatch it at some point.
Yeah, I gotcha.
Yeah. Any other skits you plan on working on, or like currently working on at least, or are you
Hmm.
just dead set on comment? It's
I've been thinking about getting back into voice acting, Tassie, and wondering about the Undernet Hub again. It's a bit difficult to come up with new things to do. It's mostly a chase with Spammy, and then a fight with Spammy, and then Spammy takes the suit off and walks away. So it's a little bit hard to find more things to do. I mean, there are times where, the time where he became the realistic Spamton, it's like, oh god, that's worse than Neo.
I remember that one scene where I was watching your VR chat. I remember that one scene where Spamton was just sliding across the floor.
Yeah, that was somebody who I'm unfortunately not friends with that person anymore, but I do know that they got voice acting work after the video, so I'm glad that they did, because that was really cool.
I really wish I had VR chat though, for real, for real. Like, I would gladly be Spamton because I mean, I'm already doing the Kane voice, so I might as well do Spamton.
Understandable, yeah.
But like Spamton's voice for me, at least, it's weird. Like I could either give him like the voice I use for Kane, which would make sense since Like, if you've seen the videos, the guy that voices Spamton also voices Kane. Or I could just go my own route and just do kind of like a Gilbert Godfrey kind of voice.
You totally could.
So I'm like, I'm pissing and shitting and coming.
Damn. Understandable. If I'm honest, I am kind of looking for someone to be able to do the voices while I voice over corrupted code, because I can handle Tassie, obviously. I can also probably handle Queen as well. I just have to play with my voice a little bit more. And Firefox will be very easy to master. But, I mean, a majority of it is, Swatch and Spamton as well. So I need to find some help with that. Spamton, there are a lot of different impressionists that I know for Spamton, but getting someone who sounds like Swatch can be kind of, well, very difficult because
Like, my head canon for Squatch, at least, like, give like a soothing, like, deep voice. Something kind of like this.
yeah, because they're very, very strong and they're very, very refined in their work. So I feel like a Swatch voice would have to be. You could say deep. I'm thinking about the cadence and speaking tone of Sebastian from Black Butler, because
Oh.
that's pretty much perfect. Like, if somebody can do a Black Butler impression, like a Sebastian impression, that would pretty well be spot on the mark. It's just a matter of finding someone who can do that. And it's like everybody can do impressions in the hee hee ha ha times, because it's like you kind of use one voice all the time. But when it comes to what's going on in corrupted code, I need homies who have a little bit more flexibility. Like, for instance, if I play Tassie, I can play her sad. I can make her so upset of the situation you can't even bear it. And on occasion, I can make her, I can make her angry. I can make her very, very happy and excited. And I need to be able to expect that from the homies who are playing Swatch and Spamton as well. Because this is a very serious situation, and it can't just be like the same tone that you use to get a handle on the character. Because that's what I kind of notice. People who do impressions, they kind of do one impression. It's the one that they hear the most. It's, obviously it makes sense, because it's like that's what everybody's doing the impression of, and that's the best that you can hear for mimicry. But you got to be able to also take that tone and dip it into other emotional extremes as well, because this is
Yeah,
the fanfic gets a little bit dark.
yeah. I think that's like a thing I'm trying to like work with when it comes to voice acting. Like, I can just pitch my voice or just slap an accent on a character. But like, if you're trying to like do an impression but like with emotions to it, it's kind of, you gotta get yourself in that kind of mood. Like, I can imagine like Mammon just being I can probably sound like angry Mammon, but I don't know how I'm gonna sound with Mammon just uh bawling his eyes out. Because like
Yeah.
I don't even know if not Steph, I don't know if freaking Mammon would do that, considering well, it's just Mammon. And two,
Yeah.
there is no two. It's Mammon. I don't think he has a heart to cry. Like, show
Yeah, I mean,
no.
he'd probably fake it, but at that point you could still mimic that faked thing, because it's like obviously faked.
Yeah. Like, how dare you leave me, Fizzy? Like, I just, can you please come back? You see, you're faking it, dude. What? No, this is me crying. Okay, you're right. I was thinking. God damn it. I also still gotta work on my Aussie voice. Like I sound like an Australian, because only way I can do that is if I'm trying to like voice Mama. A friend of mine did recommend that I watch more like Mully or like The Boys, which I do. I really like. That's probably what got me into VR chat in the first place. The boys.
Nice.
And I better not see any no square memes in the comments. I swear to God.
There will be.
I probably will be.
So, any other questions you got?
I mean, do you have any questions for me at least? Because like you could that's the thing I do on the talk show. If the interviewee has any questions for me, then feel free to ask.
Where have you already explained why you got into content creation?
I probably have, but like I don't think I've ever explained it to you. So what really got me into content creation? Well, there was this one friend. I believe I was in middle school, but I wouldn't consider them a friend now because but yeah, if it weren't for them, I probably wouldn't have making the channel in the first place because like they wanted to have like a channel where both of us would run it. We'd have like names like I believe mine was like MJ or something like that. I didn't really like the name MJ, so I just went for my own thing. I used to do Roblox videos, and then I went into making videos related to uh, Gacha Life, Gacha Club, and stuff. And then Gacha Club and broke down, and GL2 is still getting updated. So I'm currently doing stuff with digital art, and I've always been someone that um really took interest in art since I was like I want to say maybe even younger than that. Maybe like I was 3 or something like that. Probably been I was a wee lad, all right. I was a little baby boy when I was into art. So I decided maybe I could just branch that out on YouTube. I've done so much on YouTube for about like 4 years, but I have so many ideas that I want to just push out there, you know. But yeah, what really got me into conversation was this one friend. They said I should make a channel, and maybe we should run it together one day. Spoiler alert: that did not happen because I'm doing my own thing. So yeah, that's basically it. Anything else you want to know?
Let's see. When did the internet first break you?
When did the internet first break me? When I figured out what YouTube was in the first place. Well, actually, no, that's a lie. I always knew what YouTube was.
Oh.
It's been a while since I got this far back. I may need to reopen some repressed memories. But I probably can't, because repressed memories, I don't remember. But I do know the internet broke me at some point. That's all I can say. If I do remember, I'll get back to you on that. Oh crap! No, never mind. Because I think the repressed memory just unrepressed. The internet first broke me when Dame Chukasita was a thing. Anyone else remember that name? Like, like you remember Dame Chukasita. I feel like a lot of people know what it is. It's just it just exists. All right. Now I have a question for you. So I noticed you've done like content related to since you're doing content related to B and hello, welcome back, Milo. Maybe since you're doing content related to B and like has been or Helva, are you gonna do like your own comic series that at some point at some point do you have plans for has been or Helva comic series?
I haven't thought of much. I mean, I did come up with the comic If It Gets Too Rough, where basically B tells Vortex to
Wait, hold
I gotta think of others, because there's not, listen, I know that they're official, so like artists are probably going to want to draw stuff that isn't going to happen or isn't official, because that's just the power of artwork. But I want to see more B and Vortex artwork together, because it's like we see everybody pairing Vortex and B with everybody but each other in artwork. Like you even have fucking Beelzebub X Moxie out here, and I'm just like, okay, that's cute.
Wait, what?
Where yeah, I've seen artwork related to BX Moxie. I don't fully understand it, but it's cute and I respect it and I respect the artist. It's just I want to see more of the couple that's actually together, honestly, because it's like, first off, the internet lost their mind and threw a hissy fit because Vortex actually does have a girlfriend. We weren't just told something and it not be true, because it's like everybody saw Vortex and they started shipping him with Luna before the episode even ended. And in that episode, we get on confirmation Vortex is not on the table. He's taken. So like everybody got like really upset and mad when Beelzebub came out, and I'm just like, why are you guys mad? You knew this was coming. You knew this was going to happen. Why are you screaming? Like it was just kind of annoying. And now
settle down, children. Settle down, like that. Like settle down, children. They're taken. Settle down. So stop yelling.
That's what it fucking feels like. It's like, dude, are y'all? How old are y'all? Because this is an adult cartoon. You should act like it. Like, holy crap.
I mean, that's the thing with kids. I hate saying kids these days. I'm 19. I'm not I'm not a 90-year-old. But still, that's people on the internet nowadays. They see, this show is for adults. Watches it anyway. Granted, I cannot talk. I was one of those kids.
I mean, yeah, same here, but I didn't make it known. I didn't like go out there and cause a big ruckus in the community, because it's like, I'm a minor. This is not my content. I should not be speaking a bunch on it, because it's not my place. But then you have like, oh my goodness. Like, I get it. I totally get it. As a teenager, you want to watch the adult stuff. You want to look at the adult stuff. That's fine. But it's rated for adults. So if you don't want them to get shut down and canceled because, oh, there's a bunch of minors watching this adult show that's completely free on YouTube and accessible on YouTube. Because I'm surprised that hasn't happened yet. I am surprised that parents have not stumbled across their teenagers watching Hell of a Boss and been like, okay, let's cancel Hell of a Boss. Because that's what y'all are going to fucking do to the place. Like, you can watch it, okay? You can look at it. I'm not going to stop you. I'm not your mom. But stay out of it. Keep your head out of it. Keep your lips shut. Keep your hands away from the keyboard. Do not say things. Because if someone looks at your account and they're like, oh, this is a minor talking about an adult TV show. Oh, another minor talking about an adult TV show. Oh, another minor. You know what they're going to do? They're not going to get mad at the parents. They're not going to get mad at YouTube. They're going to get mad at the team, because the team knowingly puts that content on YouTube where it is free access, and you are going to get them canceled. Okay? Do you want the show to stay? Do you want it to continue? Do you want it to be awesome? Then stop. Leave it.
True.
Let the adults talk. Let the adults have it.
True,
Let the
yeah.
adults do the discussion. Just shut up. You're going to get them canceled.
True, yeah. Like that's the thing that like I'm also trying to. I mean, I've for those of you who watched like my like stuff in general, you know I've been working on a series called Depleting Sanity. It's not. It's not. It have a bunch of like triggering topics to it. So I've made it abundantly clear that I do not want kids watching this stuff. I don't want to age restrict it, but still, I don't want kids seeing like the stuff because like there are it's gonna involve a bunch of things like things I'd rather not say on stream because I don't want YouTube to get on my ass.
I got you.
But if you don't want to just say like, "Hey, this guy's doing this," and blah blah blah, I I did something like I thought of an idea. If someone's just complaining when I clearly told them not to do so, I've decided, hey, you know your thing you're complaining about? Hey, let's double down on that. Probably a bad idea, but it's my thing.
Understandable.
He's doing this stuff. Double down. It's too much swearing. I mean, yeah, it's gonna have swearing, but I'm not gonna like. I don't want to have a lot of swearing. Like it's gonna be like people are gonna be like, "Hey, it's Vivzy Pop," even though yeah. Also, yes, I've seen those memes. People are saying like the fact that like since Vivzy Pop has a bunch of swearing in their show, it's just that's all there is to it. Which is not. It's not just like it's not just dropping the F bomb every 5 seconds.
Yeah.
It's not like that. There's actually like character growth in it in their shows. And just people are not focused on that. But like actually, I was saying, if people are just complaining about, I don't know, the amount of swearing, let's double down on that. Have more swearing.
Yeah. I've seen those memes too. I saw a Warrior Cats related one where they drew the cats all as like bipedal, overly furry esque, and it's like, no.
Yeah,
Like,
no.
no, yeah. If Vitsy Pop were to actually animate Warrior Cats, I believe she would, actually follow the plot. And she does draw non-bipedal creatures. She's not just a furry artist. She draws characters and creatures that are not two-legged, and that. So like maybe chill, but like yeah, no, I've seen the memes. I kind of laugh at the memes, but I do believe that Viv would do a very good job if she were to animate any of Warrior Cats. Now, what I do believe a style like that would be good for is if Vivzy Pop were to animate Cats, the musical, like actually properly do it, because the movie was a disaster. Not everybody vibes with the stage play, but it's still a really nice.
I don't think they vibe seeing with humanoid cats either. Like just nah.
Yeah. Now, if it was like, if it was animated, because I saw some plans that they were going to animate it, and the ideas that they had were really nice. I mean, the cats were still on two legs, but they were animated. They were cartoony. They were believable in the space and the format that they were placed in. So, if Viv was to actually animate Cats, the musical, I'd be kind of hype, because, like, I know that it's weird to see cats on two legs, but like, I'm be real, I could kind of vibe with that.
Yeah. Also, like when you mentioned like them drawing like animals are not bipedal, you gotta keep in mind if you watch Hazbin Hotel, Kiki exists.
Yeah.
And we also got no, I think so far I've only seen Kiki. But oh yeah, wait, the Queeps, yeah, the dogs like moth thingies, Queeps. I don't know if I'm saying it right. Hopefully, I am.
Right. But yeah, no, I can see Viv doing a lot of really cool stuff with her style.
Yeah.
Oh man,
Shut up, brain.
smells like rain today. I wonder if it will. Probably.
Yeah. Oh wait, huh, it's been up 1 hour.
Oh yeah.
I feel like we could go 1 more hour. Yeah, I feel like we could go 1 more hour if you're chill with that.
If you want, but I feel like we might be running out of. Well, with ADHD, you never run out of topics, but are you running out of questions?
Just give me a few minutes. I'll think of something. What's your favorite color? That's stupid, but it's a question.
I wear a lot of pink, but personally, I love sky blue, like the very vibrant, bubbly blue.
If you look at my profile picture, that should pretty much explain what mine is. Also, add green in there because I'm really yeah, I like green too. And before I
Yeah.
get a certain someone saying green is not a creative color, if they say that, I'm cutting off your tongue. I
Yay,
should
fighting.
probably stabbing time.
Ah, the time for more holes.
Oh wait, hold up. I'm gonna. Oh, no. Okay, so that's a question. Can you explain like how like I guess like how your OC works? Like, cause like you're a fox with you're a magic fox, right? Well, your name's Foxxie, so CrystalFoxxie.
So,
So can you explain more about your character?
oh yeah, so she was a divination witch when she was a stick person, and she would do things like read tarot cards for people. But Mommy Mirist got a reading from her, and she started getting full of herself and started getting like really, really egotistical with the reading because it was like, oh, you're going to find fame and fortune, you're going to be a famous pop star, you're going to get married to a very handsome husband. And like she just laps all this up, and it kind of gets on my character's nerves because it's like, okay, don't be such a big-headed bitch about it, God. And so she doesn't say that, but she finally finds something that could floor her and tells her in the most she words it in the most demeaning way possible, but she says, "You will be beaten in a singing competition by a little blue troll." And she can't really hide the fact that she's just smiling about it. So she gets turned into a fox.
Ah, so basically she told your future, but correctly. It just said, no, fox.
Yeah, pretty much. But it was the fact that she was really, really giddy and snickering about that part that got her turned into it, because it's like she was just pissed at how egotistical Mommy Mirist was being. So, as a fox, she can, eat, drink, speak. She speaks English and stuff like that. But if she wants to be bipedal, she has to go through a ritualistic process that puts her fox form in a mask. So, she'll have a bipedal form, but she's mute. She has to speak through telepathy. She can't eat. She can't drink. Um, and her breathing is very restricted. But, like, if she wants to be able to do any of those things again, she has to go back into the fox form.
Oh. So it's basically like how like you know how like early FNF was basically they were here, now they gone. They were here, but now they're gone. Well, you know what this means. If they do get back, I don't know if they're gonna come. Hopefully they do. So like, but like, I'm gonna have this playing. Oh, hang on. I did a dumb stupid. I think I did a dumb stupid. Hold on up. Uh, think I broke the stream. Not really. Hopefully I didn't. Hey, Mimi. Stream.
Yeah, my bad. Okay. Yeah, sorry. That was my
Trying to
bad.
bring in Foxxie in. Oh, there we go. There we go. There we go.
Yeah, sorry about that. I accidentally hit the back button instead of the X because I was looking at the settings and I hit the back button on it, and it took me away from the website.
Wait, I think my stream usually does this. It's stupid. Like I can't hear like from your side, but I can only hear from the stream side. Try. Can you try like rejoining real quick?
Oh, okay.
What's up, Mimi? Again. Glad you could join us for the stream. I would play the Ugglavania thing again, but I don't think I'll have enough time to play it because I'll probably be back by the it's let's speak of the devil, and they shall appear.
Does it work yet?
I can hear you now.
Sweet.
I'm no longer deaf.
Yay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So then, any other questions? Like about mayhaps? I don't know. I mean, I've been through kind of a roller coaster lately. So, I mean, if you want me to talk about IRL stuff, I can.
I can't. Or we can like hold up. I forgot about the segment. I forgot about the segment what the stream's all about. Freaking usually I let the comments ask like people in chat ask questions, and I usually just show the thing here.
Nice. So, does chat have any questions?
Oh yeah. Hello. Nini. Anyways, let me just. Hold on. I'm announcing this on Discord real quick. Right, let's see. Oh, there's one. Why do you voice? Oh, the act. Why do you voice act? I mean, this question was asked at the beginning of the stream, but like you can re-ask it. I feel.
Let's see. I voice act because I want to make people happy. When I was little, I would always have, I didn't really have a lot of friends. I lived on the edge of town in a retirement neighborhood, in a retirement town, in the middle of the desert. So I kind of really only had, the sand, myself, and imaginary friends to play with. Those imaginary friends mostly being based off of, characters from shows. I would hang out with the Eds from Ed, Ed and Eddie. I'd make friends with Dib and go on ghost adventures with him. And, I always looked at these characters as a comfort. And knowing how they came to be and knowing how they were created and everything that goes into them, I wanted to be a voice actor because I wanted to provide that same comfort. Because there's always going to be cartoons made, there's always going to be characters made, and someone's going to find comfort in those characters. So I'd like to be part of the process of making them.
Yeah, I explained the my reason for VA for like a lot. So basically, we all know Warfare Cola or Ryan. I'm looking at same question, same answer. We all know like Warfare Cola or Ryan. He basically gave the idea to like try making VA related content. So I decided to like make a like Among Us parody of like the FNAF characters and the Bindi characters being in Among Us. There was more people that joined the server than I anticipated because like I didn't think I was like I had a lot of like people join. I didn't think a lot of people would join, but to my surprise they did. So like I didn't want to be like, oh god, I don't want to delete the server. I just want to have this one video, but then I thought, yes, maybe I can do more with VA. And to my surprise, I have so many ideas for voice acting in like VA series, so I could probably work with it.
I gotcha.
Next question. Next question. What made you interested in VA? I kind of already answered that. I think Foxxie also answered that last question.
Yeah. The next one.
Okay. If you could go any place realistic where the world of Pokemon. Because like I was always I'm a Pokemon nerd. I was always like I always wanted to like be in the Pokemon world, like just go on my own journey as a kid. And like to this day, that still sounds like a cool thing to do. Despite, Pokemon may or may not killing me.
Let's see. If we're talking a fake place, I would probably. I think I'd actually probably want to go for. Oh gosh, probably Hylia, because I haven't played a lot of, Legend of Zelda, I'll be honest. I didn't really have any of the consoles or the games growing up. It was
Same here.
mostly Nintendogs for me and stuff like that. So it's like Nintendogs is a good high runner, but knowing how deep and how intricate and how cool the world of, Legend of Zelda, Hylia, all those worlds, they're so well fleshed out. Just really pick one, I'll take it. They're just gorgeous to me. As for real places, I want to move to the Netherlands really bad. It's gorgeous there. The people are nice. They're upfront with you. They're straightforward. People over there, while they still might be prone to doing this, just some people, because everybody's not the same, you get a lot more respect just being straight up and straightforward. So that's a lot of what I found in the Netherlands. Like, you just be yourself, you act yourself, and you can trust that people around you are going to tell you, hey man, that's kind of not kosher, or hey man, that's kind of not it, or hey, could you try this instead? I can trust that they're going to communicate with me and actually give me proper feedback. Whereas in America, people will play along and go, haha, yeah, so super funny. And then they'll go talk shit behind their back and be like, man, this guy's messed up. And it's like, no, I'm not. Maybe talk to me. Maybe tell me that that's not cool, and I will immediately fix it. And then a secondary thing is Americans kind of not insinuate, but more like they get a sense of, how do I say this, assumption. Like if you say, hey, let's go do this thing, they will assume that you are having a negative action as well. Like for instance, and this was just a misunderstanding thing. But one time I was like, man, we don't have enough social outlets. Maybe we should make some more friends. And the other person was just kind of like, but we can't hang out. We can't stop hanging out with our old friends. And it's like, I never said that we were separating from our old friends. We're not leaving them. We just need more friends around here to hang out with. So that's kind of what happens. And it's like, I can't just place the blame on them for assuming things, because it's like, if I don't knock the possibility off the table, they'll be like, oh, so we're doing that. And it's like, no, I never said we were doing that. And I can't just say that it's like an American sensitivity thing, because Americans do that to each other. They'll slight each other in such subtle ways, because the English language is truly the language of deceit. I mean, they say that German is the best one to use when it comes to numbers because they're very exact. French is the best one to use for emotions because it's very eloquent. But English, especially if you get into the legalities of it, like legal talk, law talk, it is the language of trickery and deceit. You can lie to someone and they won't even know that you're lying. Not lying, so to speak, but more so you word it in a way that the person believes something, but you're insinuating something else. So you know what you're saying, but you won't clarify. You just word it purposely vague so that it messes with the other person. Like, that's not you specifically, but that's what a lot of Americans do. So I can't blame anybody for, assuming and being like jumpy on that fact. But it's like, no, I'm a very hard on my sleeve person. If I say something, that's what I say. There is no insinuation. There are no ulterior motives. I'm just here. And that's why I want to move to the Netherlands so bad, because, that's just how they are. Not everybody, obviously, but a good majority of the people that I interacted with, they were just straight up with you. They were just, yeah, they just straight up took what you said. They took your words. And oftentimes they won't try to pressure you into stuff. If you just say, hey, man, I'm not really feeling it, they're chill about it. They're like, okay, I get it. You're not feeling it. You don't have to. Rather than being like, why? Because in America, some people will do things like not go to a birthday party or not go to a party with friends as a means of subtly slighting someone who is there. And that's just kind of how America is. But over there, everybody's just like, yeah, I'll be there if I want to be there, or, I won't. And if somebody has a problem with me, they'll say it straight up and I'll be able to, pay attention to that. So, yeah, no, if I want to go anywhere, it'd probably be the Netherlands again. I just want to live there, really.
For me, or like, I'll answer the real question that I'm asked this one. So if I had to go somewhere, I don't really know. Like, I mean, there's a lot of places in the world to go. So if I had to choose, maybe somewhere like, I'd probably go to the UK. So like for reasons why, because like I VC with a lot of people, and I'm like, Crystal Carnage, right? I'm like, if I'm ever in the UK, I'll probably hit you up or something like that. So I want to like just visit someone, I guess, from like, yeah, sounds weird, but huh. Anyways, this next question is who's your comfortable, or you mean like comfort character or comfortable? I guess they mean comfort character.
Hmm.
Is it weird that I don't have one?
Hmm. Let's see. For me, I mean, since I kind of got out of not got out of, but like I was kind of dumped relatively recently, I've been finding a lot of comfort in uh, Ayato, Ayato from Genshin. I know it's not a game that's for everybody, but it does have a very deep lore, and Ayato is just a very gentle. It makes me feel. It makes me feel cool about that thing. Ooh, and flower or season. Oh wow. Flowers are hard to pin a word on. I can't remember the word of these flowers, but it's like a little teeny tiny cluster that can come in like orange, pink, red, yellow. They're like marigold size, but they're not, and they're mostly found in Virginia. And it's like I don't know the word, I'll be real. As for season, I'd have to say fall, because, I mean, in the spring you have all this pollen and stuff, but like you do have the nice, you know, the weather and stuff. It's a nice in between. But with fall, oh my goodness, the changing leaves, the changing seasons, everything falling, and it's just autumn. You know what I mean? It's pretty.
Yeah. I'm going to sound very weird, but this is my stream, so therefore I have the right to sound weird. Ever since I saw the Pokemon Carnivine, I've always wanted a Venus flytrap as like a flower. So that's my option for favorite flower. I want a Venus flytrap. I don't know if I could properly take care of it. I'll definitely do research on it. But like I just want to be this flytrap, okay? As for season, I don't know. All 4 seasons tend to piss me off in one way or another. But if I had to choose something, I guess winter, since like we're around the start of a new year.
Yeah. Plus, winter is easier to handle for the temperature because In the winter, you can put on a jacket to escape the cold. In the summer, you can't rip off your skin.
Unfortunately, you can't. All right.
Main way to
I
make
think
somebody happy.
drawing is one of those ways.
Fox content. If you send me videos of foxes, gifs of foxes, art of foxes, just foxes, it will make me happy.
Yeah. You say that as I go on Discord.
Yeah.
I definitely didn't send you anything on Discord. No, I didn't.
What?
Anyways, I didn't send you anything on Discord. Don't look. You're looking, aren't you? Hopefully this stream. Anyways, next one. Favorite food or snack? Wait, hold on. Let me check.
If we're talking food,
Okay, yeah, that is still working.
I love sushi immensely.
I never tried sushi, but I don't know if I'm gonna be a fan of seafood in general. I don't know. I don't know, maybe. But like favorite food, I'm gonna sound basic. Fucking pizza, because come on, who doesn't like? I mean, I can think of a few people who don't like pizza, but still.
Understandable. As for a snack, I have an addiction to Pez candy. If you hand me Pez candy, it's going to be gone in 5 minutes.
Chocolate. Specifically, Nutty Buddy.
Nice.
Because if there's Nutty Buddy in the house, it's probably going to be gone in less than a week.
Mm-hmm.
My sister and my grandmother could attest this, but I'm not going to show them on stream.
I gotcha.
Do you like bugs? If yes, what's your favorite? If you hate bugs, which one do you? 50-50 for me at least. For bugs.
It's about 50-50 for me too. Like, I really love praying mantises, and I also love like little butterflies and caterpillars, stuff that's like fuzzy and soft and baby. But then you get to like stuff like tailless whip scorpion, and you'll have me standing on a chair and freaking out, wondering, is it going to sting me? I mean, tailless whip scorpions can't hurt you. They don't bite. They don't have enough pinch strength to actually do anything to you. And they are tailless, so they don't have a stinger, but they freak me out. They just freak me out to look at, and it's no. But if you have a tarantula, fuzzy baby, fuzzy bean.
All right. As for me, I guess like if it's harmless or at least cool looking, I guess. Like if I see something like a I don't know, butterfly or like ladybug, I'll be like, oh, that's cute. But if I see it like, or maybe a bee, I probably won't freak out. It just depends. But like if I see something like a freaking scorpion, I've never come across with a scorpion, but if I do, I'll be speeding away like miles away. Not even in a car, just be running away from it because like I do not want to get stung by a scorpion.
That's a good plan. That's a good plan. Also, if you want a bug that I absolutely despise with all of my core, wasps. Wasps are awful.
Wasps are, yeah, I can agree with that. Wasps just hate people for existing.
They're cunts with wings. And one time,
mind your own business.
Yeah, when I was little, I was in Florida for a I was in Florida visiting my cousin, and she had this backyard, and I would go lizard hunting. I'd like to catch lizards and pet them and then let them go. And I saw a baby lizard on a fence, and I slapped my hand down, and it went between the fence and ran away. But then I heard this loud buzzing noise, and I got stung all over my body, chased by the nest. Like the whole nest just attacked me on my way back to the house, and they like followed me too. And they had to, my family, in order to get the venom out of my body, had to break open cigarettes and take the tobacco out and tuck them over the stings. And the stings were so bad, you could see like there's little craters in them. Like you could see a little hole. It was really, really bad. So I had to sit with like tobacco all over my arms and legs and stuff.
All right, my story with the wasp was not as bad, but like it's still kind of like a repressed memory. So like I think it was like raining and like I don't know. I was probably like 12 during this time. It was raining, and I was just decided to go outside and just look outside in the rain. I put my hand on the porch. I didn't notice there was like supposed to be like a bug out there. I didn't see like a wasp just chilling on the porch. And my wasp just stung my middle finger, and like I don't. If I had to describe the pain, just imagine a bunch of mini tasers, I guess, but just clipped into your finger.
Yeah. Yeah.
The fact that I can remember how that felt, just means it's supposed to be a repressed memory. Anyways, if you could dye your hair in any character, any color, what color? I have really short hair, so I don't really know if I would dye it. But like, if I had to choose, probably like give myself like a little blue fade, I guess.
Mm-hmm. I want to bleach the underside of my hair, like the layer on the bottom, and get that colored magenta. But I want to use specifically, it's this Nature's Own honey infused hair mask that dyes your hair as you put it on, and like it repairs your hair and it makes your hair nice, and it's really vibrant. Like when I would use it, I would just put it on my hair after a shower and then leave it in, and it'd be fine. It would just act like, leave-in conditioner a little bit, and then I would just, as you wash your hair, it comes out, but you just put the hair mask back on when it gets too faded, and it brings it right back to full vibrancy, and you don't have all those chemicals that do the damage. It used to be in Walmart, and then they got rid of it for some godforsaken reason, so now I have to order it online, so,
All right. There's a question from Milo.
Oh, ooh, that's a good question. I love it.
Okay, I have two. So, one of my favorite movies growing up as a kid is going to have to be Wreck-It Ralph, because like I was really into gaming. That I still am. I still really like gaming to this day. So like, if you just have a movie with a bunch of video game characters, that'll be one of my favorite movies. So Wreck-It Ralph is high up on that list. It also talks about like how a villain just doesn't want to be a villain. He's trying to change. Like this kind of the point of the movie is how just because you're supposed to be this person, you don't have to always be what you're programmed to be, or like what you're forced upon to do.
Would I be right in assuming that Ready Player One is up there too?
Wait, what?
Would I be right in assuming that Ready Player One is up there too?
Ready Player One, yeah, that's also a good movie. But like a movie that I don't get here talked about. I can't speak. Words are a movie that I think is underrated because it's not really brought up a lot. Pixels. Like, have you heard of Pixels or at least seen it?
I have not.
Okay. Pixels is basically this movie where like alien, not really aliens, like actually maybe it's an alien. Aliens just make actual video games come to life and attack the city, and it's up to like certain people to like try to recreate the video game, and, like beat the video games at their standards. So there were like it's talking about like very old games like Donkey Kong, Pac-Man, Galaga, games like that.
Mm-hmm. I gotcha. From you personally, I have to say the best movie I've ever seen is Armageddon, and this is let me look up Armageddon. Who was it made by? Armageddon. It's a 1998 film, and it's so good, man. Oh my god! It's when an asteroid threatens to collide with Earth, NASA honcho Dan Truman, played by Billy Bob Thornton, determines the only way to stop it is to drill into its surface and detonate a nuclear bomb. And it's so good. Oh my god. It's got romance. It's got the funniest scenes, some very quotable lines like, "It's the size of Texas, Mr. President," or "Make your peace with God, AJ." Oh my god, I love that movie. It's got tension, it's got humor, it's got wonderful characters. It's got some really good like faces that you'll probably recognize. It's got background music that's like absolute classic, and there's a scene in it that I don't want to spoil for people, but it basically gave me the goodbye that I never had with my father, and I cry every time that scene comes up. So it's a very, very impactful, very deep movie that has just S tier, absolute S tier. I cannot recommend it enough.
If I have to also like explain something about Pixels, there's this character that's supposed to be not really based on it was based on someone. Oh wait, Billy Mitchell, but not really, not as many. If you know who Billy Mitchell is, just know he's an asshole. He also cheated on Donkey Kong, even though he just doesn't want to admit that he did. I feel like Chris, I feel like you know who Billy Mitchell is. A lot of people do.
It sounds familiar. But he basically cheated on a stream and refuses to let it go.
Yeah, like he wants to like everyone to know that he's quote unquote the best Donkey Kong player, even though you cheated.
Mm-hmm.
And it's ironic because like there's Donkey Kong in the game, and the character also used cheat codes to win the game. So that's basically Billy Mitchell. So what is a song or genre of music no one think you would expect you to listen to? A song like a genre that people wouldn't expect me to listen to. I guess something like Electro Swing. Something like Electric Swing, or like I really like Electro Swing, but I don't know if many people know that, or I don't know if I told them that.
Caravan Palace, do you like them?
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, me too. Personally, a music that I don't think anybody expects me to like is probably math rock. And math rock is it's like metal instruments, but with the tempo of jazz. So, you have these metal instruments. You got the drums. A good example is Polyphia. Tim Henson does a couple of singles by himself. Who else? Someone. Icha Canito, Manuel Gardner Fernandez. They're math rock guitarists as well. So yeah, math rock is just an absolute banger, and I highly recommend it to anybody.
I might give it a listen. What do you think you are? Extrovert, introvert? I'd say a little bit of both. Like I feel like I want to like do more out there, or like get to know more people. But most of the time, I'm just indoors. I mean, I am meeting more people, but the difference is I'm meeting them virtually, not really going out there, you know?
Yeah, I got you. I think I'm an omnivert. Like, I can't be alone for too long. I can't be alone with my thoughts, especially for too long. So I do need social interaction. But I do have kind of like it's like a video game bar in your head, and I just kind of watch where my energy levels are. So if it feels like, we're doing a bunch of things, like if we're going to the park and then we're going hiking and then we're gonna have some food, if we're at the park for a very long time and I feel like I have surpassed the expected energy budget for that activity, I'll kind of be like, hey, can we, move on to the next thingamajig? And if nobody else is ready, I can tolerate it. I can handle it. I'm not going to force anybody to, get out of their comfort zone. But by the end of it, I probably will be wobbly and pass out as soon as I lay down. Because if I push it too far, if I push um, my energy levels just in the realm of socializing much, then it'll just like really mess me up and mess up like even my motor skills. Like there was one evening where some friends and I went to the park and we were supposed to go back to their place and hang out a little bit. But while we are at the park, I kind of felt myself surpass like at least half of my energy bar. So I was like, maybe we should go do the thing back at your guys' house or something. But, we kind of sat there for another 20 minutes. And by the time we left their house, I had to have two people on either side of me because we were walking on the side of the road, not the side of the road so much, but like this place doesn't have a lot of good sidewalks. It's not very good. It really sucks when it comes to making anything walkable for people. Like it's really terrible here when it comes to that. So we were kind of on the side of the road walking home, and I had to have like two people on, like not two people, just one person on either side of me to make sure that I don't wobble into the road because that's how messed up I was. So like if I say, "Hey, maybe we should do this," or "Yeah, I just gotta go. I gotta go lay down," or something, it's not like an offense, and it's also not me trying to control the situation. It's me trying to not become energy drunk by the end of it, and keep myself safe because I will fall asleep on your floor. I will fall asleep on your carpet. Like if you keep me there for too long, I will pass out. Um,
Sure.
which is why I get really anxious, especially now that I don't have a car anymore. But I get really anxious to go places if I don't have my own means of transport to home because it's like if I surpass too much of my energy, it's going to be not only uncomfortable, but just like downright, again, passing out on somebody's friggin' carpet floor. It's not fun. So, not having my own means of transport or my own means of getting back to a safe place by my own means does make me very nervous. And it's like, if we're going to go someplace far, please promise me that we're not going to be there more than an hour or like 2 hours. And if we are, I would like to be able to go someplace quiet and rejuvenate a little bit so that I'm not completely burnt by the time we have to go home. But yeah, when I had a car, it was a very firm rule for me personally that if I had to go someplace, I'm not carpooling. I'm taking my own car because if I need to leave, I need to leave.
Sure. All right. I have this like status on my Discord. Like if you, I mean, you've probably seen it. Like I'm a workaholic or a narcoleptic. Also, like the doctor didn't tell me I'm a narcoleptic. I just assume I am because I just fall asleep randomly. So like, how does that work? So like, I know that I am workaholic because like I just I gotta do a lot of just this stuff. I want to do a bunch of this stuff. But then again, like sleep.
Mm-hmm.
Weirdest places. Like you falling asleep on a carpet floor. I've fallen asleep in so many weird places. I can't say those to you. Have you ever? No. Have you ever fallen asleep in like a bathtub before? You're
I
gonna
have
probably
not.
say no.
No.
I have. I think twice.
Understandable.
Okay, the next one's probably gonna be weirder than the first one. Ever just fall asleep while you're like just using the bathroom? I guess is the way to put it, more appropriate way to put it.
No, personally. I mean, I fainted in the bathroom before. Like one time I accidentally cut my hand and it was kind of dripping blood. And the thing about me is if I start bleeding to that extent, my brain is just like, oh no, we're losing blood. Oh no, we're losing blood. Oh no, it's draining, it's draining, it's draining, and I'll just faint.
Shut off power.
Yeah,
Oh no,
the
we're
first time
bleeding. Shut off the power.
Yeah, pretty much. I one time I got my blood drawn, and the person who was drawing my blood had been in high school with me, and they went to nursing, and they were kind of like making fun of me. I'm like, I don't really like needles, dude. I don't know how this is gonna go. I might faint. And he was just like, oh, don't be a baby. You'll be fine. I fainted, and then I woke up, and he was just sitting there with like a cup of orange juice, looking terrified. Like, okay, so here's this.
Oh
Please
god, I
feel
didn't
better.
kill her.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah, like surprised. I don't know if my sister is still like that. Well, she probably doesn't faint, but I know she's probably scared of needles. But
Yeah,
but the difference is I can make fun of them because like we're related. I wouldn't actually
understandable.
do that to someone. I wouldn't actually do that to someone that's scared of needles. Like, don't look at the needles. I'm trying to help them out. Just like, hey, just don't look at the needle. Just look at them all. Look at them all. Oh, they're gone. Well, you know what that means. Megalovania time. Oh, never mind.
Ah, there we go. Sorry, again,
Alright,
backspace.
that's right. It was like I said, I wouldn't do that to like actual like other people. I could just say, hey, don't be a baby because like that's my sister. We're gonna make fun of each other. That's kind of how
Yeah,
siblings are. But if someone just actually scared of needles, be like, hey, just if you're feeling uncomfortable, just look at the something else. Just look at the wall or something. Just don't look at your the blood thing.
yeah. The only other
Something
time I
like that.
fainted was when a nurse at the hospital messed up my IV, and I could feel my blood just kind of dripping down my arm, and then my brain was just like losing blood, and then I passed out.
Shut down.
I mean, to be fair, at least I'm giving them that scare to make them be more careful and gentle before they actually fuck up really bad. And then they end up with that on their record. Because, like, every time that that's happened to me, it was because the nurse or the doctor was not being, as precautious as possible or treating things aloofly, like, oh, it's whatever, you'll be fine. And then, they don't take proper precaution and they don't try to actually assure me. They don't try to actually comfort me. And then I faint. And then like it's almost like a lesson. It's almost like I'm teaching them see, this is why we talk to people like this before you just stick them with something that they're terrified of. You don't just brush off their nervousness. You don't just say, "Oh, it's whatever. It's just a little needle." No, you don't say that. You comfort them, you be gentle with them, you try every thing in the book. You try to distract them, you ask them to look away, you tell them that it's going to be okay, you don't make fun of them, you don't belittle them, you don't brush off their worries. And it's like I almost feel a little bit grateful that I faint sometimes when doctors and nurses are doing that to me, because if they did that to someone else, like an old woman who's terrified or like a little teeny tiny girl, I'd be mad. I'd be pissed. I'd be furious because that is a traumatic experience, especially for kids. So I almost treat like the times that I faint as like lesson times. Because as soon as I wake up, I look at them and I'm just like, I give them the tone and the expression. I don't say it right outright, but I give them the tone that just kind of is like, okay, now what did we learn? What did we learn? What did you fucking learn? And yeah, they know. They can tell. I can tell that they can tell. And usually, if it's a nurse, they'll try to get somebody else to watch my room because they're just super embarrassed about how bad they fucked up. So, I almost treat it as like a learn your lessons
Did you
now,
learn from
bitch.
this
You don't want to go
experience?
to court. Yeah, exactly.
Did you learn? So what did we learn today, children?
Exactly.
Anyway, when you were bringing up like the needle situation, I immediately thought of like one thing to do with cartoon. It's like, don't worry, it's just gonna be a little tiny prick, and you just bring out a needle that you gotta hold with 2 hands.
Yeah.
It's like that one. I think. Oh yeah, from Hell of a Boss, where like when Luna had to get their Helby shot. It's like it's just a tiny needle. No need to worry. Fucking
Right.
giant needle.
Yeah, it's like, don't even let me see the needle. Don't even let me look at it. Hide it from me. Because if it's really just going to be a little prick, say that, trick my brain into believing it, and then I will listen. That's it. Just trick me. Treat me like a child. Trick me. Hey, look at the butterfly. Hey, look at the cartoon. Hey, look at SpongeBob. Look at the Gurr. Because when you're terrified, your prefrontal cortex shuts down and it sometimes turns you into a child. It makes you have the inner child fear that comes up and bubbles up. So, yeah.
So basically, lie to us, please.
Yeah, like don't show me the needle. Don't tell me how big it is. Don't tell me what it's made of, especially. Just say it's a teeny tiny little baby needle that we use on infants. Don't even worry about it and just do the thing. Just get it over with.
Yeah.
Now then, yeah. I did do a VR chat
Oh wait, I
talent
never
show.
really
I
answered
almost.
this.
Oh, sorry.
Oop. Hold on. No, you can still answer the question.
Oh, yeah. I did do a
Okay,
VR chat
so
talent show. Sorry.
it's okay. It's okay. But like, if we're going by like, have you ever been in town? I have not. There's no in between. I just never really been in the talent show. I don't really. I mean, I probably do have some stuff that's. I probably do have some talent. I just don't know if I could show it all off like to the world. I guess because.
Mm.
So like, what were you saying, Foxy?
Oh, I have done talent shows in VR chat, but I did almost participate in the talent show in my high school. I wanted to sing There's a Good Reason These Tables Are Numbered, Honey. You Just Haven't Thought of It Yet by Panic at the Disco. But the thing is, they wanted us to message the bands as like, it was just a courtesy thing because we weren't making money or anything from the show, but they wanted us to get into the habit and know how to request the bands for permission for something like that. And we weren't supposed to get any feedback. We weren't supposed to get like an okay or whatever. It was just a little thing to let us know, like, hey, this is how you do this if you want to do this. But I thought that we were supposed to get the approval, so I just never went. So that just that sucked. But yeah, it's a very intriguing song, and the only reason I'm kind of being, I guess, quick with the answers is because my phone is dying and it's having difficulty charging because of the stream.
Well, the stream is about to end in about 2 minutes anyway. So, anything else you want to like say for the stream? Because like it's about to end regardless. Well, we're almost. It's almost been 2 hours.
You right. Well, I'm always happy to have new homies. So if anybody in the chat like has some trouble with drama or they're like super depressed or they're just having trouble, my username is the same everywhere. CrystalFoxxie, capital C, capital F, same spelling. If you guys have like you just want to vent, you just want to let it out, or like I have a knack for being really good at handling public reception. Like when it comes to my friends getting into dramatic skirmishes, I can help them word things more professionally. I can help them explain their side more properly. And there's been a few times where I've stood up for people who had been misunderstood, misinformed. Maybe they did something wrong and they're trying to make up for it and apologize for it. Like I've really just been a free PR assistant to most of the people that I interact with. So like if you're having any troubles like that, I'm always here for like any kind of feedback or suggestion if you really want it. Just let me know. It's vibes.
Yeah. So but now we're at the 2 hour mark. Thank you for joining me on H1-Tek Talk Show, Crystal.
Thank you for having me. I'm always glad to see a homie and be there for the homies.
Yeah. So I hope to see you. Like real soon. Crap, that was
Yeah.
almost nervous. I always get nervous when I end the stream, but I'll see you around, Crystal.
See you around. Have a good rest of your day.
You too.
Sneep snap.
Well, and that is the end of H1-Tek Talk Show. I hope you all enjoyed this little interview with CrystalFoxxie. Hope you can check them out. I will leave their channel in the description, and I'll also leave the channel in the title of the stream. I hope to see you all Friday because do I have anyone planned for Friday? I do. I'll be interviewing someone known as DFA Animation. But yeah, that's gonna be all from me. Thank you guys for tuning in. I'll see you all next Friday, or probably even sooner than that for a different stream. Bye.